All right, I am finally back with some kind of good news. Well, last time you seen, I finally popped off the cylinder head. I popped off the gasket. I cleaned everything up, in which right here you can see everything's all nice and shiny. Like I cleaned them all up. I make it look nice. I try to. So one of the main things that I've been noticing with these cars is carbon buildup, leaks, multiple things, and I find I like it because it's challenging and there's not a lot of minis around. But with the cylinder head here, the two gaskets on the exhaust, the valves I should say, are about 1/8 to maybe even 1/4 inch sagging down from where they're supposed to be locked in a neutral shut position. The first hydraulic lifter and the 7th and 8th, I got all new ones. They're all going to get replaced. Even if it was 3 wrong out of 8, I'm doing them all. F it. Back to you, Cotton. So, with all that said, it took me a better side of 2.5 hours to clean up these pistons and make it look a purty. I still have to go inside and grab the O-rings for the crankshaft pulley and harmonic balancer insert. And I don't even know what time it is right now. It's like, that bitch is fucking late, maybe even 9:30. That doesn't matter, that's neither here nor there. But what does matter is head gasket, install the timing chain. I have the timing chain all right there. That's coming, it's coming. New harmonic balancer, that's the old one. And then this is my new one. So I felt like with the color difference, and I'm colorblind, so like that being a dark and this being a bright, I thought it looked bigger because this has a little more pop and this one doesn't. I sat there for probably a half hour with a fucking miking up and checking all the measurements just to make sure it was right. And it was. So kudos to, I think it was Amazon I got that from. Next thing, thank you for watching the channel. I mean, I don't see this becoming like a famous thing. I don't even know if there's a point. I don't get enough comments to really try to help hone the direction, I guess you'd say. So my main thing is, if I can do it, you can do it. Hoorah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, anybody could do what they put their mind to. That's when practice makes perfect, right? But everybody learns from their mistakes. If learning from my mistakes and practice makes perfect. Man, this life has sucked. I've learned the hard way a lot. I'm trying to break that insanity thing. Continuing to make the same mistakes, expecting different results. What? Say insanity's definition again? Continuing to make the same mistakes and expecting different results. Wow. Well, today's not going to be one of those days. I refuse. That's right. I got to do a little more research on the cylinder head, though. That kind of bothers me. I don't know confidently enough in myself to even take this bracket off. I don't want to mess with any of the timing or the setup or the Valvetronic thing. And, you know, like being a newbie, I mean, can I use the same bolts twice? Or do I got to get all new ones? Because it seems like everything else, you got to replace the bolts. I'll have to watch a YouTube, check out a Mod Mini or Mini Adventure or Savage Garage or one of the minis I'm subscribed to. And kudos to all the other channels that give you mini information in a large fucking easy way to obtain it. It's pretty cool once you see where you're at, you know, like it's different. Now I'm looking at it, it's kind of cleaned up, and I really do like the way it's coming along, and all I care about is doing it the correct way and paying attention to the detail. So that's one thing my Uncle Bone taught me. Mr. Bone, me. I mean, literally, the man, the myth, the legend. But Mr. Bone told me, he's like, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to waste my fucking breath if you don't pay attention. And I have to, I don't repeat. And then I oversprayed spray paint on a wiring harness on my three-wheeler one time, and that was the end of it. He never hung out again. And now for like the last 6 months, I've been learning very, very slow because I'm not getting the little tricks of the trade now. Other issues have arisen, and at the end of the day, you can only maintain what you have control of and what you're able to utilize in your timing. Like, got 24 hours in a day. There's no way your phone should be in your hand for 6 of them, 8 of them, you know. So unless you're really learning, I mean, at least I had some learning knowledge, watching videos, writing, retaining it, got a manual, so now I'm reading it instead of being on my phone trying to watch somebody teach it to me. Reading helps you keep it, like, comprehend it a little more, because then you can see the pictures and the diagrams. I don't know. I think that's enough yapping for me tonight. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I wish this thing was running, really, but that's not the case. Next thing I do want to say is flushing this thing. Obviously, there's a lot of shit that shouldn't be in there. So I want to get the, I think it was called Flush or something like that. It was a chemical detergent that cleans the oil in your car quicker than just flushing more oil through it. It looked pretty damn good. It really did. I was impressed. I think, man, free trying to make all this on the go is hard too. I think I'll get better at it as I go along, because my dad always said if Woody would have went straight to the police, none of this would have happened. I said, hey, Dad, you know what I've been practicing? He goes, son, what have you been practicing? I said, you remember back in the day? Oh, God, kid, get to it. I said, the short pencil beats a long memory. And he goes, why? You still don't do it. And so I broke out the old notebook and I showed him all the stuff I have written down and all the things that I put into this. And the only thing I don't have is time logs. That would have been fucking funny. I don't really write. And that's something that I will have to practice, really, because my hand's chicken scratch whatever handwriting I have. I have a hard time sitting down to writing. Yet alone sitting still. I can't sit down and fucking look at a blank page with lines or no lines unless it wants to get doodled on. At what expense is that? Enough about this. I'm gonna have to cut this thing like 5-6 times. So, Mini Cooper 2008, 1.6 4-cylinder dual overhead cam, head gasket coming, timing chain install coming. I'm looking into coolant lines. Now, I've seen a few people put the Miyamoto fucking Proplex Poly or whatever that kind of like aftermarket coolant lines are. I was thinking about it, kind of in the air on $222, I guess it was, $229. You really want to go spending $229 when you just spent $179 on fucking 8 hydraulic lifters? $179 on these tiny little things. I can't even. That's tomorrow. That's another day. It's another day. I can't do it. I just can't. And rockers. That was $113. So fucking A. The price you pay for a Mini Way, I kid you not, it's not as cool as I thought in the beginning when I'm like, yeah, I always wanted a Mini when I was in foster care. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get a Mini, man. Fuck it. He wants $2,000 for that. I'm gonna get, you know what? He said there's some head damage. What's head damage? You know, misfire. What's a misfire? Don't show up to buy a car. Don't show up to buy a car with the question of what the fuck's a misfire? What's a PO 300? What's a PO 302, 0304? Ching, 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 ching. Plus tax. bucks. Oh shit. Wow. Wow, that's a lot of money. But altogether, it's $700. I bought the car for $15. I had $500 to insure it, register it, and buy a couple parts that may have been needed for chasing this fucking misfires, lengthy hiding spots. It's funny. I don't know. I figured at the end of the day, as long as I get some type of learning out of it and I can turn it into a video somehow, some way, help somebody through the day, because 4 weeks ago I had no idea. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't. I really didn't. So anyway, it is Wednesday. I think it's like 9:45 or something. And I'm about to punch out the evening. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave a question. You don't have to tap like, subscribe, or none of that. Watching it's just pretty damn cool too. I'll try to do a little bit better, I guess. The damn YouTube, oh shit, that's right. They had me on this fucking questionnaire the other day. You want to file this out and help YouTube help you? One thing they asked, I think it was, how can YouTube's tools help you be a better editor? And I said, make it simply simplistic. I don't know why that shit stuck with me. I don't normally remember little things like that, but simply simplistic. I gotta just jab it in there. Yeah. Everybody, take it easy. Have a good night. Peace.